Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Easter Sunday to you. I hope this video finds everybody doing well, staying healthy, and hopefully getting out to enjoy some spring weather, if that's the case in your part of the country. As for me, yeah, you can guess how I've been doing. I've been super busy, still working my 7 days a week. A lot of those days are 7 a.m. to midnight with very little rest in between. And you probably noticed that because of that, my videos have fallen a little bit off schedule. I've been trying to get you guys something every Saturday morning and Wednesday evening. And the events of the last couple weeks, it's nothing bad, don't worry. This is all good news today. But everything I've been through the last couple weeks has just left me with no videos left in the queue and no time to make any more. And I actually had to come out to Slatington to help somebody with an errand today, and now that that's done, I figured I'd make a video. So we're going to take the long way home. And like this road, my life has come to a fork in the road. And we all come to those points in our lives where we have to make the really big decisions, the kind that literally change the course of our life, for better or for worse. And, for me, you can probably guess that has something to do with the long work hours. As I mentioned, that's 70, 80-hour weeks. That's unsustainable for anybody, really, I think. It's unsustainable for me. And, yeah, so I've tried to hang on during the winter because, let's face it, with, what's still going on and with the bad weather, let's face it, winter was kind of a good time to stay inside and make some money, but we are back to the lovely spring weather in this part of the country. I gotta tell you, this spring, every spring is nice, but this spring, after everything that's been going on, wow, it's just... I can't put it into words how nice it is to get outside again and get a breath of fresh air and feel the sunshine on my skin again. It just, makes me feel alive again. With what I've been going through for a couple months, you start to feel, I hate to say it, you start to feel like you're existing, not living. So, here's the good news, guys. That chapter of my life is coming to a close. I have given my 2 weeks notice at my day job, and I am leaving. I'm going to be out of there mid-April. I'm not going to carry on about the reasons why. Let's just say things there in the last couple years under new management, my position and the company culture is no longer aligned with my strengths, with my career goals, with my interests, or even with my personality. I've hung on as long as I could, but it is time to leave, and I am leaving. And the exciting news is I'm going on to something new, actually to something news that I'm really happy about, both of them. And I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to get into those details in this video. Sorry to break that to you. I'm just holding off on details until I'm actually out of the day job. That's common career advice, by the way, for anybody leaving a job, is you just tell people, I'll fill you in on the details when I get settled in. And I know I don't work with most of you. I think a few coworkers do tune in from time to time. I'm not trying to be a jerk. It's just, I will give the information when everything's settled and I'm in my new role and moving along. That said, a lot of you outside of work, I've talked to you privately, you know what I'm doing. At least for the first thing, you probably don't know about the second thing. That's going to be a subject of another video. I'm not going to leave you guys in the dark. It's not what I wanted to talk about today. Today, I mostly just wanted to say, hey, sorry for the sporadic nature of the videos the last couple of weeks. I actually haven't filmed a video and probably, the time just literally, everything runs together anymore. It's actually been a couple weeks since I filmed the video, except for the one that I just did about the ruins in Ormrod along the Ironton Trail. And that was filmed last Saturday, and it's funny because I went out for a bike ride and it's my first ride on the new e-bike, and I just wanted to learn the bike and see what it could do. And I told myself, you're not stopping to take pictures, you're not stopping to take videos. Well, yeah, good luck. I can't leave the house without getting a video these days, which is cool. And those ruins were newly uncovered. I mean, I have biked and walked past that spot dozens of times in my life. That portion of the trail has actually only been open for a couple of years. I've still been by it dozens of times. I ride that trail a lot. And it was such dense greenery that I'd never seen those other foundations back there until they cleared everything out. So that was just too cool of a find. I mean, here I am, I'm a little over a mile into my first ride, and I'm already stopping to take video. But that's cool. I was glad I was able to get something to you guys. As for today's outing, I'm going to come up with 2 videos from this. You're going to get this one today, Easter Sunday, probably around dinner time. And then I did another one when I was coming back from, I had to take some stuff to storage for somebody a little bit outside of Slatington, and then I drove back through Slatington towards Lehigh Gap, and with it being a clear day, there was just some really nice views. Slatington's a really cool town with some neat, old style architecture, some Victorian homes, lots of colors. And as I was driving, I just said, all right, this will give me a video. I'll put it up next Saturday morning. It's just going to be a drive set to music. That's one cool thing for any of you out there. I know a lot of you who watch do have your own channels. And you guys make some videos, believe me, that put mine to shame. You guys do some really good work, and I get a lot of inspiration from you guys. And I appreciate the way we bounce ideas off each other. I do believe, though, I'm one of the few of us who have the drive cam. I know a lot of people have the cell phone holders or the GoPros, but one thing I really love about having the drive cam is it's always on. So I may go out and not be planning to film a video, but if I come upon something cool, hey, it's there. I mean, that's how I've caught a lot of those planes that look like they're going to take off my roof, or, just something going on. They're also very easy to edit. I mean, now the downside when you're using a drive cam like this, it's not connected to the cloud like my cell phone is, so I actually have to take the SD card out. I've got to upload the video, to my hard drive. Editing them is really easy. It does film in 3-minute increments. You can adjust it to 5. I tend to go back and forth, which I have it set on, so you're really stitching together a lot of shorter videos. You're chopping off the ends, putting a title screen. Some of them, as you've seen, I put music to them. Others, like this, I'm talking. I leave my microphone on all the time. When I bought this camera, this is a Transcend what is it called? Transcend Drive Pro 230. A couple of people have asked me about that recently. By default, the microwave, I'm hungry for lunch, guys, can you tell? It's the first thing I'm doing. I'm going home and I'm sticking something in the microwave. The microphone on the camera is off by default. I enabled mine, excuse me, I turned it on because sometimes, I'm not planning to make a video, and I go out and inspiration hits, and then I make a video. So I'm going to take the shortcut. We're not going to go through the covered bridge like we normally do, but I'm doing this because I want to get this angle. Hopefully you can see it, and we'll get another look at it. If you can see the white on the mountain there, that's Blue Mountain Ski Resort. I'm actually surprised to see they still have snow. I think they closed for the season just a week or two ago. I've got to imagine a lot of that was snow that they made, because it looks like it's just on the slopes. But we've actually had quite a few 50 and 60 degree days. We've even hit 70 once or twice. So I'm actually kind of surprised there's still anything, but we had so much snow this year. We actually had a week of spring-like weather, and then there was still 6 to 12 inches of snow on the ground after that week. except in the places that really get hit hard with the sun. This is just how much snow we had this winter. I think we had, from late January into early March, about a total of 4 feet. Thankfully not all at once, but the first 2 feet of that fell over 3 days, literally wrapping the end of January into the beginning of February. If you make a left at this Y here, that goes to that covered bridge. This is just a much quicker way, and actually I can see as we swing around here, it's going to come into view. Probably taking that turn a little fast there. Yeah, this is cool. You can actually really see the ski slopes. My truck says 64 degrees. That stop sign, by the way, is only for people making the left turn. I did not run that stop sign. If you're making the right, you don't have to stop. Wow, look at that. That's pretty wild. Just neat to see the transitions of seasons, but yeah, so anyway, yeah, as ever, I ramble on and on and on and on. See, I guess you could say my life is going through a transition of seasons. The job I'm leaving, I've been there almost 7 years. And I had actually worked at the company for 12 years prior to this time there. I had left for about 4.5 years during the middle of the Great Recession. They had cut us to part-time, and you know, being a self-sufficient person, I couldn't quite make a living off part-time. So I took another full-time job for a couple of years. Really loved that job. Really hated to leave that job. It was one of the hardest decisions I ever made. But that job had a 4 to 5 hour round-trip commute every day, and I'm not kidding you when I say this. It was going to get me killed. I'm not exaggerating. I was literally dozing off behind the wheel and having to kind of catch myself on a regular basis, and it was at the point I just couldn't keep doing the commute, and the area that it was in, I couldn't afford to move down there. I couldn't even afford to move close to there. So I came back to the company I had worked at before the recession, and you know, for the first couple of years it seemed like an okay decision, but it like I said, you know, if you've ever been at a company where they completely change management and restructure roles, a lot of times that just changes things for people. I guess for some of my coworkers, I guess it changed it for the better. For me, it just really put my life and my career and my interests and goals heading in a completely opposite direction, and of what the company needed and wanted, and you know, and that happens. That's okay. I'm actually a lot happier with what I'm going to be moving on to, and you know, I will detail that in a coming video, as I've said about 50 times already. Looking now, we're entering the Lehigh Valley. We're looking south in the very distant horizon there. You can see Blue Mountain, not Blue Mountain, this is Blue Mountain. South Mountain, which lies just south of Allentown and Bethlehem. So you're basically, when you're at the top of Blue Mountain here, you're looking across the entirety of the Lehigh Valley. Probably can't see the eastern and western ends, but it's really impressive. I wish they had some kind of overlook that you could pull over and stop. But anyway, in terms of videos, that's the main thing I wanted to update you guys on, was videos for the channel. It's going to be a little irregular for a couple weeks. With everything going on, I have fallen a little bit behind on my side work, which I'm not happy about. I usually have excellent time management, and this is actually really fairly unlike me to be behind, so I need to spend some serious time getting caught up. I've got a lot of personal and household stuff I need to catch up on. It's spring, I got to get the yard equipment out, got to start taking care of that, so the videos are going to be sporadic for a couple weeks. while I'm in this transition period. And the cool thing is, I should actually get, well, I mean, God, I'd need years to fully catch up on my life, wouldn't we all? But I will have a little bit of a pause. I did build in a little bit of break between this and what's next. And I've got to imagine by the time we get to the end of April or early May, I'll be back to, doing my Saturday and Wednesday videos. If I start to get a lot in the queue, there may be weeks that I will post more. I don't want to commit to doing more right now, just because, even once I leave this job, I'm still going to be plenty busy, but gosh, I hope I'm not still telling you guys I'm working from 7 a.m. to midnight. That's not the plan. It's the plan is to actually get back to having a work-life balance again, being able to take the weekends off and go out and do some fun things. And actually, as of last night, I happen to have 2 of those fun things scheduled now. I'm waiting for an exact date on one, but it's going to be, I believe, sometime in the middle of May. Somebody else is making some arrangements, so I'm just waiting for word there. The other is going to be the first weekend of June. I'll have more information on all that in good time, but I'll give you guys the teaser now. They both have to do with trains, so it seems like this year with things improving, things opening back up, once I'm fully vaccinated, which I will be, I'm just going to say within the month, I will, actually early May, I guess. Where are we? Early April? Yeah, I'm about a month away from having what they consider full immunity. I've had my first shot. I'm waiting for my second. I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable going out and doing things. Pennsylvania is reopening things. We're obviously in this part of the world where we're entering the time of year that, pretty much from here to October, we should have enough good weather to be out, for me to get outside at least once, twice, 3-4 times a week. A lot of times when I'm out doing things, that's when I'm getting videos. I have more ideas for videos than I have days in the year, so it'll be a little bit of a slow spell, and then we'll pick back up. So I think this year, hopefully I'm going to get to do a lot of these, what I call local day trips, most of which involve trains. There's a couple more coal mines. You guys know the stuff I like. There's some industrial ruins I want to visit. Just a lot of cool stuff. More of the same. I'm probably not gonna venture into anything completely new. It'll just be the same kind of topics, but looks like I should be able to start getting a little further away from home. The funny thing is, you think there's nothing to do where you live, and then when you spend a year where restrictions kind of force you to stay close to home, yeah, it's actually kind of shocking just how much there is to do near home, because, even though we're driving some of these same roads, I mean, I'm not showing you guys any roads you haven't seen before today. There's still so many things that I haven't shown you and we haven't seen, and, I could probably spend the rest of my life making videos without leaving the Lehigh Valley, but, I do like to travel. I do like to see some other things, and I hope I'm going to be able to start doing more of that again. I hope you guys are going to get to have the kind of year that you weren't able to have last year either. But I am going to wrap this up for now. I am going to go home. I am going to eat some lunch, and then guess what? Yeah, I'm going to work till bedtime. Actually, probably not till bedtime. I've got some things I want to do this evening. So I'll probably wrap up around 7, 8 o'clock for a change. So, alright, well, thank you for listening. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody has a happy Easter. And stay tuned. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming here soon. Thank you for watching.